Welcome back to the Archive Network. Aurelius here, with Malik, curators of the Lineage Archive. We left House of Habsburg last time as the century turns. The Habsburgs seem invincible. Today we pick up where we left off. From Vienna to Madrid, the Habsburg eagle casts a shadow across continents. The 16th century marks their zenith. Charles V stands at the center of an empire that boasts the sun never sets upon it. Yet, this immense power comes at a heavy price. Each territory is a jewel, but each jewel bears the weight of ambition.
Aurelius, I get that the grandeur is impressive, but you're missing something crucial. Each jewel represents more than just a territory. It's land teeming with lives and stories. The burdens that Charles V carries aren't just about managing resources. They're the hopes and fears of countless people whose lives hang in the balance due to his choices. That weight isn't something he can easily shrug off, and it shapes every decision he makes.
True, Malik. The court in Vienna is a tapestry of ambition, woven with threads of intrigue. Marble halls and flickering candlelight conjure an image of opulence that masks the underlying tension. But remember, the etiquette here is a weapon, as deadly as any sword. Every gesture, every carefully chosen word, is crafted for effect. Nobles jockey for power, and to falter in this game is to invite disaster. It's a dance of survival, and one misstep can cost you everything.
Etiquette may rule the day, but it often masks deeper issues lurking beneath the surface. The competition among nobles isn't just about power. It's a matter of survival. The stakes are intensely personal. When court life becomes a game of chess, the pieces on that board are real, human lives. Each move can lead to triumph or tragedy. In this relentless dance of power, not everyone leaves the floor unscathed. Some lose much more than just their status.
Letters from this period illustrate the intrigue swirling around the Habsburgs, a family forever tangled in rivalry. When Charles V abdicated in 1556, it sent shockwaves through the dynasty. Philip II of Spain and Ferdinand I of Austria suddenly found themselves inheriting the immense burden of their father's sprawling empire. Each branch, though tied by blood, was poised against the other, driven by ambition and the weight of expectation. This tension, simmering beneath the surface, would inevitably shape their fates.
That split isn't just about administration. It's really a fracture of unity at its core. The Spanish and Austrian lines start to see each other as rivals, often chasing personal ambition instead of holding on to family loyalty. This competition fosters mistrust and tension, making alliances a tricky business. Every decision made in Vienna sends ripples all the way to Madrid. Sometimes those ripples create harmony, but more often, they stir up discord among those who should stand together.
The Habsburgs, despite their many rivalries, chose to become patrons of culture, and we see this clearly in the majestic Spanish riding school in Vienna. It's not just a spectacle, it's a testament to their commitment to elegance and refinement. El Escorial, on the other hand, stands tall as a monument to their deep faith and authority. Art, music, and learning flourished under their rule. But let's not be fooled. This cultural splendor often serves as a veneer, hiding much deeper issues beneath the surface.
Cultural patronage doesn't erase the reality of looming threats. The Ottoman Empire casts a long shadow over Europe, and the Siege of Vienna in 1529 serves as a grim reminder of how vulnerable we can be. The Habsburgs might put on a brave face, but the fear of invasion is palpable. It seeps into the lives of ordinary people, creating an atmosphere of anxiety that reveals cracks in their facade of invincibility. History isn't just about rulers. It's about those who live under their rule.
Even as the Habsburgs project strength, the Protestant Reformation begins to unravel their realm. Unity crumbles under the weight of competing faiths, and loyalty becomes a scarce commodity. Diplomacy turns into a precarious balancing act. The cost of maintaining authority rises steadily, and the empire's debts grow alarmingly, threatening to topple the very grandeur they so desperately wish to uphold. It's a classic tale. Empires often overreach, and the consequences can be dire.
Aurelius, you talk about grandeur, but let's face it, the Habsburgs are in real trouble. Their hold on power is shaky, with internal dissent brewing like a storm. The lavish court life they flaunt can't hide the fact that rebellion is knocking at their door. They're not just rulers. They're people caught in a struggle, desperately trying to keep their sprawling empire from falling apart. And it's the ordinary folks who feel the weight of that crisis.
As the century turns, we can see the facade of invincibility beginning to crack. The Habsburgs have become synonymous with power, yet ambition is a double-edged sword that cuts both ways. Sure, the empire's reach is vast, but so too are its vulnerabilities. The seeds of decline are sown in the fertile ground of rivalry and overreach. We must remember that empires, no matter how grand, often falter when they stretch themselves too thin, blinded by their own aspirations.
The Habsburg story really serves as a powerful warning for all of us. They reached for the world, trying to expand their influence, but in doing so, they risked losing their grip on what they already had. Their ambition brought them incredible heights, but it also planted the seeds of their downfall. History reminds us that every empire, no matter how grand, must face its limitations. The human cost of their choices is a lesson we can't ignore.
Charles V's legacy is both magnificent and tragic. We see the grandeur of his empire, a sprawling entity that dazzled the world. Yet, with such splendor came immense burdens, weighing heavily on his shoulders. His abdication split the dynasty into competing factions, but the ambition of the Habsburgs never wavered. They were masters of their fate, yes, but also prisoners of their own making, trapped in a web of power and expectation that was as intricate as it was stifling.
That's where we leave it this time. House of Habsburg continues. The story isn't finished yet. Find the full series on the Lineage archive, part of the Archive Network. We'll be back with the next chapter.